It was time for Christmas and New Year holidays. My friend decided to travel with his family to the village to spend the holidays. He went via public transport quietly to the village. Now, his elder brother decided to make a grand entrance into the village. So he went with the brand new RX 350 Lexus he just bought with his family, okay, to do a very big show off in the village. The whole villagers were excited. His immediate and extended family members gave him a big welcome. Everybody surrounded the vehicle. They were admiring it. And he was even telling some village members how much he bought the car. Now, guess what happened a few days afterwards? Witches, native doctors, evil people in the society, plus the good and the bad ones, they started coming to him asking for help. Some came with a list of what they needed money for. My roof is leaking, my rent is expired, I am out of food stuff. Everybody just wants his money. Now, nobody was going to my friend who came via public transport asking him for money. Meanwhile, my friend is at least 1,000 times richer than his elder brother because he has his investments in oil and gas, in real estate, and in stocks and bonds. Now listen, there's a level you get to, you can no longer hide your wealth. When you get to the level of Elon Musk, Aliko Dangote, you get to the level of Jeff Bezos, you can no longer hide it, yeah? But before these people attained that level, they were able to consistently build their wealth under the radar. And that's how come they were able to get to that level. Now, in this video, I am going to show you 11 practical steps that if you start taking today, you will be able to shield your wealth from the prying eyes of the world. Even your next door neighbor will not know that you have that kind of money. That enables you to have a clear head without distractions, and it will enable you to build your wealth faster. There is no way you will practice each and every step I am going to mention in this video that you will not see an improvement in your finances. It doesn't matter how much money you are making. After watching this video and applying the steps in this video, your finances are definitely going to improve. If it worked for Elon Musk, Dangote, and Jeff Bezos, it will work for you too. Now, number one is the most powerful. It's a countdown. I'll start from 11. I'll count it down to number one. I deliberately kept the best for the last so that you will stay and watch this video right till the end. Now, are you ready? You have your pen, you have your paper. Let's jump into number 11. Let's go. 11. You are to adopt the stealth wealth mindset. Adopt the stealth wealth mindset. What is the stealth wealth mindset? Remember my friend's older brother that went to the village to show off. You see how it backfired. With the stealth wealth mindset, you fight the urge to show off. Do not show off. Do not try to impress other people. Do things that you really need. Now, before you do anything, ask yourself, do I need to do this? Or am I doing this just to make me look better in the eyes of other people? So the stealth wealth mindset makes you to avoid distractions. You're not doing things to please people. I know a lot of people that have a functional iPhone 15. Now, there's no significant difference between the iPhone 15 and the new one. Let's say there's no significant difference. But because everybody is going for the new one, they will go and break the bank to buy the new one. Okay? Now you've been using a car for a while. You don't need another car. You know that your car serves you very well and there's absolutely nothing wrong about it. But you just want to buy another car because your neighbor got another car. Your children's school is a very good one, but you moved into a new neighborhood where everybody takes their children to a more expensive school, and you just feel that you need to do that also so that you can feel among. All right? Stop showing off. Now you see, people who show off, they attain a level where they have no control over their money. Now they'll buy the brand new phones, buy bags, buy clothes. Some people even borrow to impress. While those that grow wealth, they don't acquire things that the whole world is going to see. If you have your monies in stocks, in real estate, nobody is going to see that. That is why you see the average person who is distracted, who does not adopt the stealth wealth mindset, would rather buy a car than buy a rental property. You know why? A car is going to announce him to the whole world. As he's driving, everybody is hailing him. He has a new car. But if I have a new rental property in Texas or in Port Harcourt or Enugu, I'll still move around quietly and nobody's going to know that I have that rental property. So these people like to buy things that the whole world can see and admire. Brand new wristwatch, brand new clothes, brand new cars, brand new shoes, while those that are adopting the stealth wealth mindset, who do not plan to impress anybody, they spend their monies based on what is necessary and not just mere distractions trying to impress people. Number 10, automate your savings. Now, when you make money, if you have a steady amount of money coming in for you, especially if you are a salary earner, give that command that a certain percent of your money should go into a savings account, especially these high yield savings accounts. Okay. An example of such high yield savings account is Piggyvest. Link in the description. It's my most recommended one. There are other ones. You have Cowrywise and all that. Okay, where you automate your savings. When your salary comes, automatically your bank sends a particular percent of that money to a particular account. If let's say you make 100K monthly, let's say 10K automatically goes into your high yield savings account. Then what you have left is 90K. Because this entire process is automated, you get to forget that you are even saving. All right. It is when you forget that you don't talk about it. If you're doing it manually, where you get 100K, you take 10K out, you put it in the savings account, there's a tendency for you to want to talk about it. You just tell your wife, I'm saving 10K every month. Then your wife knows you're saving 10K every month. Then she'll come with demands of 6K on a monthly basis. And when you tell her you don't have money, she'll be like, okay, you have savings of 10K every month. Or your neighbor or your friend can do that. But since you have automated it, even you yourself, you're not conscious of the fact that you are saving. So you're saving money quietly, okay, silently, and you are growing your wealth. And this high yield savings account, high interest savings account, they pay you money for having custody of your money, especially when you locked savings. They pay you a certain percentage. So the automated money that is going there is gradually snowballing into something huge. By the time you just look at it one day, you'll be shocked at how much money that you have saved and how much interest that has accrued on the money that you're saving. It's like you putting money in a piggy box. All right. By the day you break it, you'll find out that you have saved a lot of money. So automate your savings so that you don't do it manually and you start talking about it because you're doing it consciously. All right. So we go to number 9 now. All right. Number 9. Number 9. assets, not liabilities. All right, this is a no-brainer. Okay, every top millionaire, every successful business person, they understand this concept very well. Even though this concept sounds, easy, but as human beings, we tend not to prioritize it. We tend not to prioritize it. Now, in Nigeria, okay, I saw a funny and inspiring and very, very eye-opening write-up somewhere. I can't confirm if it is true, but whether it is true or not, the most important thing is for you to learn the lesson there. They say in a certain year in the early 90s that a popular musician, okay, spent the sum of 20 million naira to buy a house. And that a top entrepreneur today, I don't want to mention their names, spent the same amount of money to open a new generation bank, one of these new generation banks. Same amount of money. Now, this house today is overgrown with grass. All right? Even this popular musician no longer lives there because the house is no longer habitable. Now, whether a house is an asset or a liability is based on what you use it for. Okay, this house is not a rental property. This is a house that he built, a mansion he built for himself and his family to live in. Okay, now this house is costing him money in maintenance because it's a mansion. All right, so this bank today is growing stronger, employing several thousands of people. Okay, this bank today is still relevant and it has made this entrepreneur a lot of money while the house doesn't make the musician any money. Now, the major simple difference between assets and liability is that, assets put money in your pocket while liabilities take it out. All right. Now, a lot of people say, what's the difference between assets and liabilities? This definition tells you anything that puts money into your pocket is an asset. Anything that takes money out of your pocket is a liability. Let's stop labeling things. A car is a liability. A house is an asset. No. The definition is assets put money in your pocket, liabilities take money out of your pocket. What that means is that a car that I use as a taxi and brings in money for me is actually an asset. While a house that is not a rental property, I live in there, it's a mansion, it's a liability. I have to paint it every year. Sometimes the roof is leaking, I have to mend it. I have to pay people to come and clean that house. That particular house is a liability. The kind of houses that you see all those rich men go to their villages to build as country homes, mansions, and when they die, their children cannot rent it out because it's like a family house. It's like a taboo to rent it out. Then they now start contributing money to maintain the house. Such a house is a liability. So the rich, they know this, and what they do is they carefully make sure that they spend more of their money on assets and not liabilities. Okay. Then number 8, okay, is master the power of compounding. I hope you all are writing this down because I'll be wiping my board once it's full. Master the power of compounding. Now, Albert Einstein calls compounding the eighth wonder of the world. Okay, compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. And we're going to do something real quick so that I'll show you the power of compounding real quick so that you will know why Albert Einstein calls it the eighth wonder of the world. I'm going to wipe my board. I hope you guys are writing this down. Let me wipe my board and show you the power of compounding. Now, if you were to invest the sum of $5,000 in an instrument that yields 10% profit for you per annum, All right, $5,000, and it's yielding 10% for you per annum. Now, after a year, the profit that you're going to get at 10% is going to be $500. All right, let me write it as $500 is what you're going to get in the first year. Now, when you add this $500 to this $5,000, what you now have is $5,500. All right, $5,500. Now, 10% of that is going to be how much? $550. So $550 is what you're going to make in the second year. Now, when you add the $550 to this 5,500, what you have is $6,050 is what you're going to get. Okay? $6,050, 10% of it is $605 is what you're going to get in the third year. In the third year. Okay? $605 is what you're going to get in the third year. So when you add that to the $6,050, your capital becomes $6,655. Now, notice one thing. Compounding means that you're not taking out your profit. You're adding the profit as it accrues to the capital. So what that means is that compounding makes your capital to increase, and as a result, your profit also increases, because your profit is a function of your capital. So the beauty of compounding is, as your capital is increasing, your profit is also increasing. Now, when you do this calculation up until 10 years, you'll be able to turn your initial capital of $5,000 into over $16,000 by compounding in just a 10-year period. All right. So this is the magic of compounding. Okay. Making money, investment is a marathon, not a race, a gradual process. This is what makes compounding to be unique. And that's why Albert Einstein was in awe of compounding. Okay. So if you apply compounding to your portfolio, when it comes to making money, you will see that you'll be able to easily 10x, 20x your money in a period of time. All right. So with that understood, we are going to go into number 7 in our countdown. Now, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and give the video a like, and also make sure to share this information with other people. Share this video with other people so that they can also benefit. Number 7, live below your means. This is a no-brainer. All right? Live below your means. Because if you don't live below your means, then you will find yourself in debt. Okay? I made a video earlier. I'll put the video at the end card where I talked about revenue and I talked about income. All right? The difference between revenue and income. I said in that video that revenue is everything that you make in an XYZ period. Everything that comes in for you. Okay? Let's say that is $100. That is your revenue, maybe in a month. Okay? Now, income is what is left after your expenses. That is income. So let's say your expenses in a month is $50. What that means is that your income is $50 by the time you remove that 50 from your revenue of $100. Okay? So you have $50 left after your expenses. Now you can save this amount of money. So how can you save more? How can you be able to increase your income? There are two ways to increase your income. It's either you increase your revenue, increase what you're making, or you reduce your expenses. That is how your income will go up. Now, let us increase the revenue and say maybe you start making $200 and your expenses remains $50. Congratulations, you have been able to increase your income to $150. But there's another way if you cannot increase your income. What you need to do now is to reduce your expenses to say, let's say maybe $20. So your revenue remains $100, your expenses is now $20. You are able to have $80 as income. That is why it is easier. It is easier for you to reduce your expenses than to increase your revenue. All right. While you will try to increase your revenue, but what you can do now that you have control over, you don't have control over the amount of money that you're going to be making. Okay. Chances and luck plays a part in that. But you can sit down with your family and have a strict budget and cut out on the fast food, cut out on irrelevant spending, cut out on subscriptions that you never use so that you can reduce your expenses and in turn increase your income. All right. You need to understand that you need to begin to live below your means. All right. For fun, as a fun fact, Warren Buffett still lives in the same house that he built in 1958. Same house. All right. I know if you had even half as much money as Warren Buffett has, you'll be jumping from one house to another. You will find a reason not to like the house you're in anymore and you move into another one. And this is living below your means. Warren Buffett lives below his means. A lot of struggling people out there, they spend more money than Warren Buffett spends. And Warren Buffett can actually afford to buy them if there were a price tag on them. Okay. But you wouldn't know because he lives below his means. So it's very possible, and it is something that you need to start doing right now. Start living below your means. All right. Now we jump right into number 6. Number 6 talks about multiple streams of income. All right. Now this is important. Having multiple streams of income is very important so that you'll never be stranded. All right. I made a video some time ago when I talked about diversification of wealth, where you diversify your wealth across geography. If you're a hotelier, you don't build all your hotels in one particular city. Imagine having all your hotels in one particular city and there is civil unrest in that city. Your business shuts down, your finances shut down. But if you have hotels in different locations, all locations will not shut down at the same time. Okay? You can diversify your wealth across currencies as well. You have some cryptocurrency, you have some dollar investment, you have some pound sterling investment. These are ways for you to diversify your streams of income. Okay. You can also diversify by having investments across industries. Okay. You're investing in oil and gas, you're investing in real estate, you're investing in health and wellness. Okay. All these industries will not have problems at the same time. So the entire purpose of having multiple streams of income is that you are never stranded. And this is what the rich do. to build wealth quietly. Okay, they do their research and they launch into another stream of business. That is diversification. Okay, then we get to number 5. Number 5 says stay anonymous. Stay anonymous. Now we have shown you steps that can make you build your wealth in silence. What you need to do right now is shut up. You're doing it in a way that nobody will know. You need to guard your tongue. Some people can't just stay quiet. Just keep your mouth shut and continue to build in silence. There is no need for you to brag. There is no need for you to tell the whole world, I have money. Telling somebody that you have money, it's a lose-lose for you. It's a lose-lose situation. You are inviting negative energy to yourself by yourself. Anybody that you tell that you have money, they will want to get that money. You are inviting them to come and ask you for money. That's what you're doing. So I don't know why people do it. I don't know. Maybe you should make it make sense for me in the comment section. If you brag that you have money, okay, there's an event in your church, you collect the microphone and you make a handsome donation to the church. Here, I hereby donate this amount of so and so money to the church fund. This is something that you could have done anonymously by approaching your pastor and telling him, shh, take this money. Now you want to give money to the poor, you are doing it in front of a gathering. You are letting the whole world know that you have money. People will bring their problems to you. And when you cannot solve that problem, it becomes a problem. All right? And people have this attitude when they ask you for help 10 times and you come through for them 9 times. They only remember that one time that you could not come through for them. All right? So stay anonymous. All right? And rich people do this a lot. They stay anonymous until they can no longer hide their wealth anymore. But please wait for that time when your wealth becomes so much that you cannot hide it anymore. Now let's get right into number 4. Okay. Number 4 tells you to manage windfalls well. So what are windfalls? Windfalls are unexpected monies. For those of you that play bets, which I don't encourage, you can make an unexpected amount of money. Okay? You could be a beneficiary of somebody's generosity, unexpected. My uncle in Germany just sent me 20 million. All right? Or severance package. You're about to retire and your company decide to pay you off to the tune of maybe 100 million. You won a bet or a lotto of 100 million. Okay, you inherited, somebody just put you in their will, an old family member, and you are a recipient of a 50 million worth of investment. This is sudden money. It is called windfall. Now, typically with windfalls, before people begin to become conscious and start planning, trust me, 50% of that money is gone. Any money that you are not expecting it, you don't have a clear-cut plan for it, of course, because you're not expecting it. Once that kind of money comes, bam, before you start thinking and planning, 50% of it is gone. And that is when reality strikes, like this money is going. Then they now start asking questions. While asking questions, it might be already too late. So when you have windfalls, don't be tempted to start spending big because it came in big. Calm down. That windfall is not going to come again by next week. It's not a salary. It's not coming again by next month. It may just be a once a lifetime money. So before you blow it off, remember, it is not something that is consistent. It may never come again. Plan it well. Plan it well. Invest in stocks, bonds, real estate, high interest savings account. Just keep that money. Retain it so that that money can continue to work for you. I showed in one of my videos how you can lock savings in a high interest savings account, and when you lock it for XYZ period of time, they give you your interest upfront. So if you have such a huge sum of money, you can be locking it in a high interest savings account like PiggyVest, and they will be giving you your returns upfront for the period for you to be spending. It's like locking maybe 10 million and you get $200 upfront as interest that you can be using to pay your everyday bills. With your 10 million or $100 still intact, then you can spend the upfront interest that was paid to you. Anything for capital preservation, okay? Because you do not know when it would come again. Now we jump right into number 3 real quick. Avoid being a victim of Parkinson's law. So typically, Parkinson's law says that work would expand to fill up the time that you allocate to that work. Yeah, that's what Parkinson's law says. Work will, expand to fill up the time you allocate to that work. If a task is normally supposed to take 10 minutes and you have 1 hour to play with, trust me, that task will take you 1 hour. If it's a road trip, you're going somewhere that is typically a 10 minutes drive, but the meeting is not starting until 1 hour. You have time in your hands. That trip will take you 1 hour. Because as you're driving, you see an old friend. Oh boy, you park. Oh boy, how far now? You are still in this area. Wow, long time. Where have you been? Then you are driving at a snail speed. Madam, see, they have built a new structure here. When did they start this way? People have money. This area has changed. Why? Because you have 1 hour at hand, 1 hour that you can play with. So that 10 minutes trip will take 1 hour. I'm just trying to explain to you what Parkinson's law says. And Parkinson's law, based on a task will take up the allocated time. It is also the reason why that guy that lives next door to the office is the last person to get to the office. Why? He is like, there is time. There is time. While somebody that lives far away wakes up very early and they get on their way. All right? Now, Parkinson's law does not apply to only time and task. It also applies to money and expenses. Okay? Parkinson's law also applies to money and expenses. Somebody who is on $100 salary, and he is driving a Toyota. The moment he gets a pay rise to $500, he'll start thinking of driving a Benz. Now, he will pay more money to get the Benz, and he'll be paying more money in maintenance for the Benz. Why? Because his revenue has increased. His salary has increased. All right? That is Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law, as it applies to money, what it means is that your expenses will grow and finish off all your money. Your expenses will grow and finish off all your money. Now, when you were earning less, your children's school was very good. Now that you earn more, you want to take them to a more expensive school. You want to move out of a 3-bedroom apartment and move into a duplex where you are paying higher rent. You want to go from a Toyota to a Mercedes-Benz where you'll be paying more money in car maintenance and fuel. At the end of the day, your expenses will eat off your money. So when people make more money, instead of them to increase their savings and investments, they increase their expenses. Okay? Parkinson's law says that work expands to fill up the allocated time. As regards to money, expenses expands to finish off all the money that you have. Because people will think, oh, I want to upgrade. I'm making more money now. This phone no longer befits me. Let me buy a bigger phone, a more expensive phone with a shorter lifespan. All right. So the rich, they have known how to curb and avoid being a victim of Parkinson's law. All right. Now, number two, network with like-minded people. Now, when people do this, some people see it as arrogance and pride. Nope, it is not arrogance and pride. Okay? You have to network with like-minded people. They say, show me your friend, and I will tell you who you are. Listen, oh, I was not the one that said it. It is a saying that we all know. Show me your friend, and I'll tell you who you are. No matter how rich you are, no matter how rich you are, by the time you introduce me to the people in your circle, and they are all poor people, you are a poor man. Now, there's a local saying in our dialect that says a rich man surrounded by five poor people, he is the sixth poor man. All right. Now, these people that are poor, that are surrounding you, they will be sapping from you. And very soon you're going to join them. Because the relationship will become parasitic. It's all about you giving and you're not getting anything in return. So surround yourself with people who will be able to give you business ideas, networking ideas, investment ideas, people that you can even learn from. All right? Now, I'm not saying that you should not be friends with poor people. You can be friends with them, okay? Say hi to them, greet them, help them if need be. But your circle must be like-minded people that will give you the latest updates when it comes to making money, and not people who will always want to suck you dry. All right, it is important, and you see a lot of people do that because they know that it could be draining. Okay, if you are around people and you are having relationships that are parasitic. Relationship that grows wealth are symbiotic relationships. Symbiotic means scratch my back, I will scratch yours. Not a relationship where the other person is a vegetable. It is parasitic. They just put a straw into your finances and they suck. It doesn't work like that. Okay? Now, if you made it this far, congratulations, because I saved the best for the last. All right? Number one, stay consistent. Stay consistent and patient. This advice may seem ordinary, but it is the most powerful of the entire list. Stay consistent and patient. Now, this advice will enable you to avoid get-rich-quick schemes. Okay? Making money is a marathon. It is not a race. It's a gradual process. Okay? Why go for 50% profits that can wipe out your 100% liquidity when you can go for 10% that will consistently build your wealth over time? Gambling, Ponzi schemes, all those things are get-rich-quick schemes that can blow off your money and it will take you right back into poverty. So if you want to make money, you need to build consistently. You can start investing in US stocks. You can start investing in ETFs, S&P 500s, that will be giving you consistent 20 to 21% on an annual basis. There is this S&P 500 called VOO. There's a link to Bamboo that can enable you invest in this VOO. There's a link to it in the description of this video. VOO has been doing anywhere between 20 to 23%. This is an ETF, okay, that combines over 500 different companies. This is fractional investment. No matter how little the amount of money you commit to it, as little as $10. If you are investing, let's say even $10 on a monthly basis in VOO, every month you are investing in it, and your money is growing consistently with peace of mind, in the next few years, you will find out that, boom, you are a multimillionaire. How did you do it? By taking slow, steady, and consistent steps. By not going gung-ho, fire brigade approach towards making money. It will set you back in time. Okay? Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's not about watching the video. It's about applying the things that you learn. Nothing will give me greater joy than to see comments that says, watching your videos, Victor Esibo, it changed my life. Okay? My name is Victor Esibo. I want to see you succeed. Okay? So share this video with everybody within your circle. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the other side. Until I see you in the next video, it's bye for now.